I had a lot of confidence on the outside, but inside my self-esteem was just disintegrating. So I needed more drugs, I needed more outside fixes to maintain this person I was becoming, which was actually, I was drowning in it. I was drowning in this person. So I grew up in Poole, Dorset, in this area. I used to go up to the shops and hang around with older kids and drinking after school and at weekends. You know, we got involved in a bit of crime, and I thought this was all normal. I thought this is how you were meant to grow up. I thought this was me learning how to live my life. And I didn't want to study, I just wanted to earn money to maintain a fun lifestyle, you know, going out clubbing. I had some really good jobs and worked my career up from telesales to field sales to area manager. And I managed to maintain that to some degree. I managed to maintain that level of career while still clubbing, going out drinking. I didn't realise this at the time, but it was all about getting recognition by people. So it was very materialistic. I was into nice cars, earning lots of money. And it wasn't till my 21st birthday where I did my first line of Charlie. And looking back now, I remember saying to myself in my teens, I'm never going to touch drugs. I drink, I smoke, I have a good time. But no, I'm not going to touch drugs. I had all these ideas of judgments of what people that took drugs were. And on my 21st birthday, with a load of girls from work who were already doing it, I said, yeah, why not? And that yeah, why not turned into an addiction, which I was unaware of at the time. And it got a hold of me for quite a few years. I had a lot of confidence on the outside, but inside my self-esteem was just disintegrating. So I needed more drugs, I needed more outside fixes to maintain this person I was becoming, which was actually, I was drowning in it. I was drowning in this person. I was actually involved in quite a bit of local modelling for companies in the area. On the outside, you would think I had it all together. You would think this girl's got this image, she looks great, she's certainly thriving in life, but the picture is a lie because actually inside I was wasting away. And the modelling career was just a cover-up really, to cover up who I was inside. That person there was broken and lost. But over the course of 20 years, this picture that you see now is what I became. And again, on the outside, you think, wow, she's lost it, she's a mess. But those two people are the same. Those two people are broken and lost just as much as each other, and it was me, and that was me. I remember my darkest moment. At the time, I was doing so much crack and heroin that I was trapped in my own mind, really. And I cried out, God, if you're there, if you're really there, take my life. And in that moment, I just felt the peace of God flood over me. And that peace of God, it was like a fountain just giving me peace and calm and hope and all these things that I've never felt in my life. All the voices stopped, completely stopped, cut dead in that moment, and nothing I tried in those nights leading up to that could stop it. I knew he spoke to my heart and he said, I will take your life and I will make something beautiful out of it. And in that moment I had hope, and that's where my journey really began with God. But what I needed, which I didn't know at the time, was a deep-rooted recovery. Something that was going to actually save me from myself and save me from my behaviours and my emotions that were tearing me apart. I wasn't looking for God, I wasn't looking for Jesus, and I certainly wasn't looking to become a Christian. And all those things I've realised now were the answer. That was what I needed. I was met by an outreach worker through Teen Challenge who spent about a year working with me. Everything that I tried before was just dragging me down. So I went to Teen Challenge in Wales, which is the women's centre. It was about letting go of the old coping mechanisms, letting go of the old strategies and excuses and all these things that I built up that I thought were protecting me. Actually, they needed to be broken down and I needed to be made whole. And to do that, I needed Jesus. To do that, I needed Jesus to come into my life and me to accept his wisdom and instruction and love and guidance to love me back to life. They call it the Miracle Factory in Wales because these things on paper and in society shouldn't happen, but actually lives are saved, lives are made whole, families are restored. My mum and dad, they've been restored back to me now. Life still happens, you know, but it's learning how to cope, learning how to actually turn to God and seek his wisdom in things. I really feel that without Jesus and without God, I wouldn't be here today to tell my story. If I can just share with somebody today that actually there is hope and there is Jesus out there, that he is out there and he will help you. So in your time of need, you can call out on him, you can cry out to him, because he will guide you and he will listen and he will get you through. So like he did for me.